Now, welcome everybody on today's town hall. We have the 29th of July 2022, and in today's town hall we will talk a little bit about current progress, what has happened in the last couple of days, and therefore I will welcome Jackie to talk a little bit about our today's topics, if she's here.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm clicking the
No
button and
worries.
it's right next to it. I appreciate everybody coming today. We have a few announcements that we're going to be going through. And yeah, I'm actually, I was quiet for a second. I am preparing a tweet for something that I want to show everybody. So that is coming up. But just a kind of overview of this town hall. We have the look of the new motherboard. That's the tweet, the picture, the image. It's a sneak peek. You're going to be going a little bit through that. Then Earth is going to take it over and talk about the node count numbers, the number of users that we have, and also what updates we have about development coming out. We also want to talk about the inventory of the motherboards and what that's going to look like. And then we have an announcement for our new daily spaces. And that's going to be starting Monday, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. And then also, me and Doomsday are heading up the affiliate program. And so it's going to be a relaunch. We're going to have some great things in store for that. And that should really kind of be the overview of what we're going to go over today. So, yeah, I appreciate everybody being here. Do we want to wait a few more minutes? Are we waiting on anybody else? Or...
I think it's fine to go ahead and just start right away. People will hop in and hop off all the time. Let's just keep it going.
Cool, perfect. All right, so first things first. We have a new look. We have been anticipating what the new motherboard is going to look like, and internally as a team, we've had drafts of the images and mock-ups of the images of what it's going to look like for a few weeks, and so we finally have completed final version. Now, this sneak peek that I'm going to tweet out in just a minute, we are going to be adding our boring colors to it, but I really liked how this looks, or how this image particularly looks. It looks so clean, it's rugged. It is going to be available to order on the site soon. We're hoping in the next 3 or so weeks. So middle to late August, it should be available to order. We are going to be discontinuing the availability of the other box, the V2. They're both going to be called V2. We're just updating the actual shape of it. But it does have the same features, same instructions, just a new look. We are going to be putting out the graphics for that, I believe, in the next week. So the graphics for actually purchasing it on the store should be up during the next, between next Monday and next Friday is what we're anticipating. And, those are hand-drawn. We want to keep consistent with the brand. It is a really cool box to look at. So let me put out this tweet really quick. Doomsday, you want to talk about the new box and talk about what we're going to be expecting?
Well, what we expect out of this box is it's going to be it's going to look great, and it's going to be one of those things that you look at that you're not going to shy away from the sitting on. That's going to be sitting on your counter wherever that you put it. It's a nice piece. I think it's well constructed. We are in the right direction to get these in a excellent space to get them out to you as quickly as possible, very, very shortly. So it's excellent. I love the look of it. I think it's great. It's going to be a hit, in my opinion. So that being said, a little bit on development and the node count. Earth, can I hit it back to you, my friend?
Yeah, if there's nothing, Jack, you want to add up to this, sure.
Oh, and yeah, sorry, I just needed a couple seconds while I posted the
No
tweet
worries.
out so everybody could see it, because I want everybody to
Okay.
see it. Hold
No
on.
worries.
So if you're on
Sorry.
your
Okay.
phones, have you tweeted it right now?
I am tweeting it right now. It's just that I had to switch sides on my computer.
No
And
problem.
yeah, see, give me just a second. This is what happens. And then, yeah, I had to switch sides on my computer. So I was having an issue and my files wouldn't delete, and I completely had to switch all my passwords, wallets, everything to this other side, and I still don't have everything set up. So sometimes I'm on my phone looking at the passwords, So I just barely sent that tweet out. The image is live. It is there.
Nice.
Yeah, so go look at the site. Should I post it here on the Discord? Where should I put it in Town Hall? Yeah, I'm going to put it in Town Hall.
Yeah,
And
definitely. So
that
if you
will
want to
be
take
good.
a quick peek into this, check out the Townhall
Yep.
channel or on Twitter. It's on both sites available. This is just
Yep.
like a quick peek of how the new box looks like.
I think it looks cool. So our logo, we're planning on having that be orange. I know this image it's like a silvery-ish color, but it's a cool kind of fits together and kind of pops together kind of box with the edges that are, what's that, jagged, kind of like furniture, how furniture gets put together. But it's really, I mean, the plastic, it looks cool. It's a glossy black. Having our engraved logo, that looks cool. I can't wait to see more pictures of when we do have the colors, because it should be orange and white, I believe is.
Yeah,
orange our
definitely.
logo. And
If you haven't already mentioned it, this new design is more robust than our previous one.
Correct. Much more robust. We put a little bit of engineering into this one to make sure that this is a not only stunning looking piece, but well made, well constructed, and a outstanding logo look on there. With that vent on there, we're looking to disperse the heat on there with that little diagram that's up there. It gives it a nice detail, a nice look. It's a piece that I'd be proud to put on top of my desktop.
yeah, and I think that with the look of it, it doesn't, it has that kind of stronger plastic look. So it's shiny, it looks good, it looks like it belongs there on your desk. We have the brand recognition going on. So when people see that in your home, they'll be asking questions about it. Hopefully they'll say, oh, what is that? Tell me more, tell us about what that is. And so that's part of it and why we're really excited about how good that looks. So, yep, put the tweet out. Sorry it took a second, guys. Okay, now we can go to Earth. Earth, let's hear
sure.
some
Let's hit
updates.
it. Let's hit it. So, to all of our listeners right now, what I would suggest you to do is reach out to the website borrowprotocol.io, scroll a little bit down, because maybe some of you think this is a cool feature, maybe some don't, but we have live numbers on our website currently for the consumers, providers, and actual connections that are being established right now. So whenever you will take a look on the website from Borrowing Protocol, you will find live numbers on how the network statistic looks like. We will add a couple more things here and there probably, and the website will change a little bit. But that's what I want to tell you for now when it comes to the website. So basically everything is currently under development. So we are trying
Absolutely. Can I add a little bit on that, Earth?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Can I add a little bit? I appreciate that. Now I know that we had a problem before. If everybody that actually currently has nodes now, if you are not connected in a client mode, if you guys can do us a favor, pass that word along to whoever you know. Please, if we can, so we can get some really good numbers on there, that would be greatly appreciated. What I mean by that is that you're logged in, and Earth, you could probably speak to that they're connected as an exit node on there, so that if you are not live, please get it live so that we have some actual numbers. We'd greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, it's really simple. Basically, it's almost plug and play. It's just like you're plugging it in, and then in your local network, you search in your local router, what's the IP address of my node, and then you log into the dashboard over the IP address of this Raspberry Pi or wherever you connected your SD card to, and then you can switch in this actual dashboard between the exit node and the client node. And yeah, basically that's it when it comes to this part. And currently, as all of you probably will know, our VPN service is at this moment for free because we have not implemented the pay service or the providing service for this, but this will be added hopefully shortly. But yeah, well, I will speak a little bit about everything around this. So therefore, when it comes to actual numbers on the sites, that's something we are trying to evolve and develop, and always try to make some progress on giving you guys the best access of data that we can provide you, so that everybody of you knows, okay, here's really something going on. We are trying to work out as much as we can. And therefore, we are currently in the progress of also developing and updating our nodes, especially when it comes to the exit nodes, because we know there are a couple bugs here and there. That's something we all know, and we all write them down. We keep track of them. We're trying to get them fixed. And when it comes to actual development of the app, so that users on the phone and the PC can use the Boring Protocol VPN, that's something that will come up in the near future, I can say. I would suggest to give it a little bit more time. It's not that I will give you a specific date for this, but what I can tell you is that we are in the work with this. It's in the woods, and it will get out pretty much soon. Back to you, Jackie.
Yeah, and I really appreciate having those updated numbers, and that is going to be really cool to look at as these next few weeks go by. Basically, because me and Doomsday, we are going to be doing a lot of telling people about our products, telling people about what we're doing, and to see that number increase, I know it helps the network, and I know that when we even talk to partners and we say, hey, how many people across the world can we really reach with this? And having those numbers and being able to get some of that usage data is going to be really powerful and really cool. So I really appreciate that update. And other updates on the site coming soon. We have an FAQ area, knowledge base, that's going to be released soon. So just to make things easier for when you're talking about it with your friends, when you guys have questions, I'm taking a lot of questions from the Discord and I'm moving them into the knowledge base. And so appreciate you moving forward with that. And I can't wait to see what the next updates on the website are for us marketing and sales folks over here. So I appreciate that. So next topic. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just want to touch base on that. We got a really good development team head over there, Fran, Earth, and several developers. I can't recall them, but great guys, on top of it, guys. If you have any questions, I'm sure that we'll be more than happy to answer them. Sorry, Jackie, I just wanted to introduce that. Go ahead.
No worries. So the next topic is with the new box, with the new images being put on the website, we are planning to have those available for you to order. No more pre-orders. So we're during the next week or two while we get it loaded on the site, we are hoping that when you order, inventory is going to be in stock. So as soon as you order, you get it shipped. There's no pre-order inventory time, and that has caused a little bit of confusion, and we're like, hey, we're going to ship out on this date, and releasing those dates has been really fun, but from the time that we release that on the site, that's what we're hoping to do, is just have inventory to work with and be able to ship as soon as the orders come out. So that'll be a little bit easier for when you are telling your friends, and when you get your box, and you when somebody asks you about it, you can have that peace of mind that, when you go to the site, you order it, and you can use the VPN network completely free right now, and work with Boring, and it'll be a little bit easier to instead of the pre-order that we've been doing. So with that, the other product image is going to be discontinued, and so we're moving in that new direction. So that's the announcement there. Okay, so me and Doomsday, we are starting something that is really going to, we're hoping to start momentum, and really hoping to not only broaden how many people are seeing the Boring brand to, first off, I mean, increase the usage, increase sales, make the network larger, have more people involved, but to also just be impactful in the community. And that is so important for projects right now, especially in Solana, to be out there daily, and to be, you know, ready for questions and ready for people that are interested and do like the reward structure that we have to offer. And so, you know, it doesn't make any sense. We love doing the town hall. We're going to have the town hall every week at the same time, like we have been. We also have another Solana Spaces that is going to be more art focused. But the one that me and Doomsday are going to do starting Monday is going to be a daily space at 3 p.m. Central, right? We're going to have topics that are worldly topics, ecosystem, government issues, things to do with privacy, things that are important for people in Solana, and you know, basically for people that do appreciate, you know, what we're doing here with Boring being a decentralized VPN. So it's basically, we're going to start off our show. We have kind of a lineup of topics that we want to hit, right? So a few things in tech, a few things in government, a few kind of podcast-like conversation that is going to be really fun. And so we're open for all ideas. You know, you want to hear about something on the show, you come to the show, you listen, you like it, right? Send us a message. You know, send us your idea, send us a tweet that, you know, you thought would be an interesting topic and interesting to kind of uncover with the community. Like, we do our research, right? We don't take fake news. And if it is something that's fake news, we are going to try to uncover it. And why is this being, you know, why is this being blown out of proportion? Or why is this being talked about? Or why is this even popular, right? So, we're going through, we're doing our in-depth research, we're coming up with great topics that, you know, hopefully will hit home and hopefully get people to come back every day. So we picked 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I know that there's a lot of morning shows, and it's not the competition that I thought about morning shows, but a lot of people that are interested, or, you know, in our kind of demographic are day traders or are already involved in communities that they have a morning show. So, you know, do you pick up and leave the morning show that you already, you know, work with? And then also there's a lot of people that, you know, do work the 9 to 5. So we thought about, okay, so you're driving home from work, or it's later in the afternoon, and, you know, or you're almost off of work. We are going to start with 3 p.m., but we might eventually move that. We thought about doing it a little bit later, but then we both, me and Doomsday, that coordinating your life around dinner time is just probably, you know. So we're starting at the 3 p.m. time. It's to be announced if that's going to stick at that time or not, but definitely during the first week. All of the topics that we're going to be talking about, we are doing in-depth research about. We're not going to be flying by the seat of our pants, if that's what you call it, on, oh, I know about this, you know, I've heard this somewhere, and where'd you get that information from? We're really making sure that we're sticking to facts, and that we are going to have things to present that is a little bit better than just listening to like a regular dialogue on Spaces. So things that are Solana, technology, privacy, ecosystem, government issues, everything like that. Feel free to bring your topics forward, and I'm really excited. I can't wait to hear from everybody. It's going to draw up a lot of partnership opportunities because...
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let me speak on my side of that. Thank you, Jackie. She brings, it's going to be a his and her type of situation to this. So let me explain to you mine. This is going to be a Boring sponsored. Okay. Basically, Boring is going to be every 15 minutes. So we're going to be pumping the Boring protocol. But like she said, we're going to keep it related, country related issues, restrictions in DVPN, that kind of thing. So we are going to keep it structured in a nature that is insightful and, you know, that are common topics. But number one, I want to hit on is that I'm there for you guys too. So this gives you kind of like a special privilege. So when we're on the space, you guys have any time. Feel free. We can have a live conversation, whatever that means. We can work you in. That's how important this community building is. There's not another uh, driving people out there, a company or whatever, that has people available like that. So this space is going to be very insightful, and I think we can grow it into having sponsors of certain stuff. So if you have some information or something that you'd like to show, we can work that in, but it's going to be predicated on boring and DVPN, VPN, and security primarily, and generally world topics. But being there for you as a board member, the most important thing. So I just wanted to touch base on that.
Yeah, and another thing is it's also going to, so our goal at first, get people in the room. We don't want to have an empty room. So we have a few people in the room, and, our goal is 20, 40, 60, 100 people, that just continues to be, a consistent number. So a consistent size in the space. We open up the space and it's 400 people every time that we log in. I mean, that's making some movement. That's making some action. And like he said, every 15 minutes, we are going to remind everybody that this is boring. We are boring. What we do, go to our website, and, that's going to be, I know it sounds a little every 15 minutes, really, but it's going to help us break up our topics. It's going to kind of be the reset.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the reset in between topics, because, I mean, we're really trying to make it structured like a podcast, and then eventually have this published like a podcast. So, and all of the topics that we go after and that we do research on, I mean, it's going to become a repository of information for us. So, hey, do you remember on, July or on August 5th, we spoke about this? And then we can, go back to that and kind of, remember that conversation and hit on it again. So, because a lot of these issues, they're recurring, worldly issues, they're recurring. They happen in multiple places. And, the things that affect us, don't affect us, or that affect people that we know. It's going to be interesting to uncover and do the investigative research. So I'm looking forward to it. And then also bring the partners up. So the next topic is the affiliate program. It's going to help affiliates like you guys, people that want to make some money and make that commission by just referring to us. So it's also going to help with that. And that's where, we have the opportunity to, hey, you want to come talk about your project for 5 minutes? Cool. Well, we love hearing about Solana projects, love hearing about ecosystem projects. I mean, we're not going to be exclusive to anything in particular. I mean, if you are somebody that is in our ecosystem and, you want to have that 5 minutes, then, hey, you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. And so that's going to be really cool to kind of co-create and maybe create some good partnerships, especially when, some of the projects in the community do already have, great communities established. They get exposed to our brand, and it could really mean something big for us. I mean, another 400 operators is, cool, big step. And that could be established pretty easy just by being out there and doing this. So I don't know if you wanted to start talking about the affiliate program, or you want me to lead into it. Doomsday? All right, so I'll go ahead and lead into what we're creating for the affiliate program. We are going to have a new Discord channel, especially for affiliates. It's going to be where we answer questions, where we upload images, where we publish things. We have graphics that are in line of being completed, including a rewards graphic and a tokenomics graphic, and then also just kind of like a shill template. Just an image that tells about the product in the 3 seconds that you look at it. So we have a lot lined up. we do want to increase signups. We do want to get people over to the affiliates. So anybody that is a customer that hasn't been introduced into the affiliate program, we're definitely trying to increase that outreach. And, that is hopefully going to be like an exponential over time growth. And we love talking to people that are interested. And when you are going to sell something to your friends, or when you're going to drop a link somewhere, you're definitely interested in asking the right questions. Like, people are going to ask this question. We'll have that Discord channel open for us to be available. And it's going to be cool because, like I said earlier, the partnership opportunities, the development opportunities, so co-creating things are going to be increasing in the future, especially as we get closer to the finish line through development. So during the next week or so, we're going to be dropping an article, a Medium article about the affiliate program. We'll be dropping those graphics and an announcement, like a full media Discord announcement, Twitter, including all the images that we're hoping that make it easier to do that. So anything you want to add?
Yes, I'm sorry about that. I got rugged. Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Excellent, great. Sorry, guys. All right, I'll go back to the affiliate, guys. That's going to be an important role for us. So if you are passionate about decentralization or VPN, or know somebody that is, please have them get in contact with us. We are looking for partners in specific areas throughout the world, not only the U.S. Too, but throughout the world. So reach out to us. I have no problem translating in any English or to whatever I need to communicate with you. So please pass that along. We're here for this, for you and the affiliates to grow this. There's an opportunity here for everybody that I believe in, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make you guys successful if you come on as an affiliate, but also to make Boring and Moby and all these guys who started this successful. So please, that's very important. So don't feel free, if you have any hesitancy, reach out to me. I am always on. That's pretty much all that I had in relation to that. Back to, I think that's pretty much it, I believe, Jackie. Is that correct?
Yeah, those are all the announcements that we had. We still have the mid-month on the 15th. That's when we post our announcement with the updates on progress, and that's where we can really see, what movement has been made on each of our initiatives. And so be looking for that in the middle of the month, in the middle of August. And I hope that everybody gets a chance to come to our spaces. The 3 p.m. At first, it's a little bit difficult to manage spaces at first. There's always that learning curve, and does the music sound crappy, and all of that. And keeping that keeping that without any hitches is going to be fun. But I think that, we're going to try to keep it to an hour, and who knows if it lasts, and if there's a lot of people that, we start to bring up some of these topics that people really care about and they're passionate about, or it hits home with somebody, and we have somebody that
let me tease one. I'm going to tease my first topic. Ready?
Okay.
I believe that AI is sentient. Prove me wrong, and how does it affect our security? So get your questions coming to me, guys.
The AI and just reading what we type to each other, I think it gets into our messages too. So anyway, but that's beside the point. So we have a lot that, when these topics hit home with somebody, when it affects you, when it's something that happens on a daily basis. I mean, it's going to, I don't want to say rub people the wrong way, but when something is important and it irritates you, you want to say something about it. So I hope that this is going to be a good platform for Boring to really, grow around the world. And so I hope 3 p.m. is the best time. I know that if we wanted to catch Australian market, we'd be in the morning. And so we'll see if that time works. But yeah, thanks for the teaser. Oh, and somebody come up and tell us about the box. Tell us if you like it. I want to hear from you guys on what the image that we dropped on the box and what it looks like.
Yeah, I guess first off, we could start off with, does anybody have any questions? Please raise your hand in the crowd if you do. But feel free. We will talk to you about anything, really. So it doesn't really matter, man. This is very friendly. So if you don't have any questions, then maybe some comments into the comment section. Where do you want them, Jackie? We can ask them that way. We have a hand. We have a couple hands. Yes, go ahead. Jackie, go ahead and pull those up.
Okay, it looks like we have Gold Star Gway.
Welcome, Gold Star.
How are you, sir?
Hi, how are you?
ma'am. Hi, good. How are you?
Good, thanks. I've been curious about Boring Protocol for a while and wasn't quite sure how to use it, and I fully read the white paper yesterday, and it said what I gather is it don't buy BOP just to buy BOP. But I did buy some because I do eventually want to use it with a motherboard and stake it.
Correct.
Yeah, so go ahead. You've got this.
No. I think that is Moby may want to speak on that. If not, possibly Earth has a great explanation to that. If not, I'll take it. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, no, you need to.
I mean, when it comes to like staking, sure, it's a perfect thing because in the near future, if we have our settlement service and everything that is related to the use case of our VPN service, then you need to stake a certain amount for the node operator. This is something that needs to be implemented and needs to be built, particularly to be reached out to all the node operators, but that's something that is currently in development. So the statement of not buying Bob just for the sake of Bob is basically just like we don't want to do some financial advice or anything in this, or when it comes to, sure, there will be some sort of stake amount that you need for the node, but for now it's not implemented, so take care about this.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, and it's definitely. I mean, if you have watched the price, and there is going to be a requirement to have 6250. So if you are watching the price and you want to buy it, at this price, then that's no financial advice. But yeah, 6250 is going to be the requirement for that.
Thank you. I wasn't really
we're recording this, right? We're recording this. I'm sorry. No financial advice whatsoever from me at all. I am absolutely dumb. Don't listen to me. But yes, you will need that. And yes, it is low. So I would definitely recommend it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll hop down.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Welcome, Anur, on the stage. Do you have any questions?
Hey guys, it's good to be here as always.
Hi.
As always, we love your shirt, brother. I love it. You are awesome. Awesome.
I guess we are the only people that bought shirt and take pictures and use it as avatars.
You got to do
I'm
that.
going to have mine shortly. Mine is coming.
It's amazing to have you in here with those avatars. It's really amazing. We really appreciate it that we have you both in here and a little bit spreading the boring love around the world. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we try to do our best. I hope we can do something good with us always. Okay. Guys, my question is our maximum supplies going to be changed in time?
No.
In CoinMarketCap shows that we got 250 million, but there is no maximum supply limits. I tried to argue with my friends yesterday, but I couldn't answer the question. So, can you enlighten me about this?
Yeah, we have a total supply of 250,000. Currently, there's a circulating supply of 250 million. I'm sorry, and the circulating supply currently is 97,500,035. Yeah, and no, the total supply will not change.
Right.
So that's awesome. Okay, because we are really, really low cap of total supply, then that's huge thing. When everything is okay, it's going to be awesome, I guess. That's why I was curious about it. So thank you. That was my question. Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
for this awesome question.
Okay.
Great question. Thank you for coming up. Awesome. Any question that we get? Great question.
Yeah, we don't have anybody that wants. Do you want to talk on the image that we dropped? Oh, he already left. I want to hear what you guys think. I think they look cool. When I first saw it, and we've had this alpha for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and when I first saw it, I was like, yes, this looks so good. So I mean, I really appreciate it. And then when we add the colors, that's a really cool feature too. I mentioned to the team that taking pictures of black acrylic is not always fun because it has like weird reflections, but yeah, I like this picture that we dropped. I like the sneak peek. I hope that everybody is into it, and yeah, I'd love to hear some opinions, but
I like it. I think it's cool.
thank you.
Maybe if you don't want to raise your hand and speak out loud on the stage, you can always reach out to the town hall question that's on the community tab. It's the channel over there, and Doomsday and Jackie, you can take a look in there if anybody is replying anything to it. So if you don't want to ask something out loud, go there, ask your question if you want, and we will try to reply as good as possible to your question.
Cool. I hope that everybody has enjoyed everything that we've put out in our journey to be transparent to the community, show what we're doing, get you guys involved, get you guys up to speed with what's going on behind the scenes, behind the curtain, and really and releasing all of these updates. Thank you so much, Earth, for everything that all the updates that are coming up, and the alpha that I cannot release. The timeline, like I said, is mid-month, so that's where we take a look at our initiatives from last month, and we update it with what we've accomplished since then towards our goal. And I hope to see everybody on the spaces 3 p.m. Central. We'll be in the boring on the boring Twitter, and me and Doomsday, we're gonna head up that. We're gonna make it to our goals. 100 people per room.
Yep.
Before we wrap everything up, do we have any questions in the Town Hall questions channel?
We do. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, we do have a couple questions. It says, from Deviant Nature, what do you think is the biggest hurdle you face moving forward? It's a great question. And he or she said, yeah, they look cool. I'm no judge of aesthetics, though. And he smiled. So he or she. Thank you for responding in there first off. Great participation. Glad you like it. It looks great. So what do you think, guys? What's the team think is our biggest hurdle?
I will start it from my end first because I am
Sure.
more on the development side, and I'm not into marketing and sales stuff like this. So what I imagine from my end is like when you're trying to work with people that you never have met, or you need to hire new employees, that's probably basically one of the biggest hurdles that you could face. I'm not saying that we are facing this, but I think that's a big hurdle that you can face with anything that you try to create. When it comes to development, I would say you will find this in every company, and it's the same for us when you set up timetables and schedules for when you want to release a new stable image or anything else. There's always a delay because you find a bug, you find something that you need to fix, and that's probably in the development side the biggest hurdle that you will face.
Excellent. Jackie, you want to go next, or I can go? It doesn't matter.
I'll go ahead and go. So, biggest hurdle is going to be going from quiet marketing to going to loud marketing. We are going to hit this spaces and really try to dominate and be big in the community very soon, very quickly. So it's difficult to be creative for so many hours a day. And creating tweets, I know it doesn't sound like difficult in it by any means, but being creative, catchy, eye-catching for for where we're doing marketing now, we're doing light marketing, just announcements, to doing 4 tweets a day. Come to our spaces, don't miss us. We're on the map, we're here to stay. That's going to be a difficult transition, and that just has to do with how often being creative and me and my schedule. So that's something that it's always it's shifting gears. It's shifting gears for me.
Yeah, excellent. Excellent, excellent. I think the biggest hurdle, and what I've seen, and we hope to achieve by doing spaces like that, is gaining community and trust in community. And that begins with you guys. And I think that Jackie and I both have this. We're open. We are here for you. Some people in other spaces may not respond, but if you go into our Discord, you will see that you are speaking to me sometimes. So I put forth that effort for you guys, and for you guys to spread the word. I think that's going to be our biggest hurdle, is growing as quickly as we can. Jackie and I are very, very aggressive. Okay, I'm an alpha. I've always been that way. So I intend to go aggressive at this. And once we go, I think gearing up is going to be, like she said, really from 0 to 150 miles an hour. And it's got to go fast. And we're going to plan on doing that. And that's the key to execution, is having that plan, preparing for the worst, and expecting the best. So that's my 2 cents on that, guys.
Awesome, awesome. Do we have more questions?
I don't see any in here. It said, sweet, good answers all around. Thank you. The new design looks amazing.
Nice.
GB3. When staking? When staking?
Okay, if you haven't heard it before, I was talking a bit about it. When it comes to staking, I'm not sure if you mean the staking in the dashboard or actual staking of the Bob token. So when it comes to staking in the dashboard for receiving rewards, etc. pp, this will be implemented in the near future. So I'm not willing to put a specific date on this, but yeah, I would say in the near future. That's all I can give you for now, because it's involved with a lot of things, and it has to do with a lot of transaction and stuff like this. So it will take.
Yeah, and I think during
Yep.
I think during the next couple weeks, nailing down, more specific on that timeline is probably going to be a little bit easier, just as a little bit of time goes by. So probably during the next 4 weeks or so, the timeline is going to be a little bit easier to guide through and to really put expectations. And like you said, everything in development is you do it for this specific date, and there's going to, you add, it's like your margin, you just add that.
Definitely.
It is going to take this plus 1/3 longer,
Yes.
So
When it comes to the town halls that we are doing weekly, you can expect to hear from me more, maybe not specific dates, but more like a timeline of quarters for the rest of the year, or maybe next year, what will happen then. But you can expect in the next 4 weeks definitely some dates from me. So listen to the town halls or join in here if you have time for it. I would totally appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. I appreciate everybody hanging on. Is there any other questions, guys? Because we're here and we're always around, and I know there's different time zones. So, like I said, we got 15 minutes to the right end. So, we got 15 minutes that we can just give you some more promotion, because we have some, if you don't have any other questions, don't see any in there right now. If you do, please drop them in there. We'll try to do that. Yeah, go ahead.
I'd love to do, as always, like a quick appreciation for everybody on this team, especially for all the team members that can't be here currently because they have private stuff to do or working on any other things. We totally love everybody in our team, and I hope you guys do too. So a really, really big appreciation to everybody in this team. Thank all of you guys that are bearing with us.
Sentiment back at you, my friend. This is a very, very tight-knit community, guys, and you're involved in a very family environment. It's very tight-knit. I mean, I honestly speak to these guys more than my wife and get hit a lot. But you know how that goes. But if you're passionate about something and you want to get the job done and you believe in it, you take that sacrifice. But yes, appreciate everybody on this team.
It seems like we have Gold Star back on the stage. Hey.
Hi there. Thank you again for having me up. I just would first like to say I think the design is pretty cool. Like the colors for sure.
yes,
Yay!
thank you.
Of course, yeah. And so I'm I'm kind of a noob when it comes to like security stuff, and I when I was reading through the white paper, it briefly like it talked about what's the ETH VPN. I can't shoot.
Everybody is really
There's
based on WireGuard, really. Typically, that's the industry standard right now. I mean, everybody's based on WireGuard.
Decentralized VPN.
Yes.
That's what piqued my interest. It's not really like when I say staking, like I have no idea what I'm talking about. Like I just want to be a part of it because I think that security and privacy is important. But how it is what is I'm honestly blanking on the name of the private VPN, the DVPN on
Okay, so
Ethereum.
are you basically asking what a DVPN is?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
sure,
thank
no
you.
problem. I will answer this. Yeah, basically, if we are trying to peek over to what an actual VPN is, a normal VPN that everybody of us probably knows here is. So a normal VPN is basically that you have some servers all across the globe. Probably you know some of the big companies. What are they called? NordVPN or any other companies? It doesn't matter. And they have servers all across the globe in big data centers, and they are hosting them. But these servers, they provide you the IP address, and you are going to be able to use this IP address instead of yours. So in this terms of matter, you are kind of hiding yourself. But when it comes to these normal VPNs, they have a big issue, and this is that they are owned by a company and that they probably log all your data. So they write here and there in a little text file what's going on, how much traffic do you have, what sites you may be reaching out to, stuff like this. And when it comes to a DVPN, and that's what we are doing, is that we are providing software and hardware to the people across the globe that they can set up this little Raspberry Pi with a piece of software on it. And this piece of software allows you two things. You can either use it as a client node. This allows you to use the IP addresses of the so-called exit nodes. And when it comes to exit nodes, it's just like a switch you put up in the dashboard. And when you hit the switch and you put it up to exit node, you provide your residential IP address in your home to the public, and everybody who's using our software can use your IP address to serve securely through the web, because we are not logging and we do not own this hardware, so we are not in control of that. So we're just developing the software around this, that everybody is going to be able to serve securely on the web, but we do not own and we do not log and we do not try to sell anything to third-party companies. And I haven't even mentioned that normal VPNs like NordVPN or so on, that they are sometimes in the need of giving governments data about you. That's something we are not doing as well. So it's more secure.
Thank you for the clarification. Like I said, I read the white paper and you just explained it a lot better for me. So yeah,
You're welcome. Do you have anything else that I shall answer to you?
How would you get started with even using, like I don't know if that's a dumb question, but
Like using the actual VPN that we're providing?
yeah.
So currently what we are offering people is they can purchase two different products. So you can either choose to purchase a SD card, but if you only purchase the SD card, you need something like a Raspberry Pi to plug this SD card in, and then you can fire it up to hook it up to your actual network that you have at home. And if you do so and you choose the client node, or the client mode, I should call it, then you are able to use other IP addresses to serve securely through the web. And this will be provided through this Raspberry Pi via a Wi-Fi network. So what you need to do then is just to connect to the Wi-Fi of this Raspberry Pi, and then you're using a VPN. What you also can do is like to purchase a motherboard. That's the Raspberry Pi and the SD card. So that's basically plug and play. And then you can choose to put it in a client mode or in the exit node mode. and then you can provide your IP address. So currently we are just providing the possibility of purchasing either the SD card or the motherboard hardware with a Raspberry Pi and the SD card in it. In the current stage, we are not providing the software. This will be rolled out in the future, but in the current timing, it's not. So yeah, you only have those two options to get into the system.
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, very informative. I appreciate it.
Cool. Yeah, and we'll be talking about a lot of this. Like we said, we're going to be mentioning boring a lot in the spaces that we do. So, we will go over this, and it's kind of my job to make things simple and graphically put stuff out there. So a lot of these kind of, simpler instructions, get onboarded. That's my job. So, you have questions like this, I love it because it just gives me an idea of what I need to help create for our marketing next, just to make it easy to onboard and get set up. These 3 simple steps.
Yeah,
so
especially when it comes to like the updates that I was talking in the first place when I started this town hall, that I was referring to the updates that we will pushing to the website. So you can also expect like to get like a little bit of a new design and a better walk through on our website, so that you guys intentionally understand, okay, what's my next step, what do I need to know. So we will try to guide you through everything with a more simplistic design on our website. Just to add this
actually, you know what, the instructions are done. They were on the back burner because we didn't have the new image. So as soon as the new image is up, the instructions will be ready to go. So a little bit better instructions for onboarding. Should be pretty soon that we get that. So cool.
Great. Do we have any other questions? If so, raise your hand and we will pull you up on the stage. Otherwise, Jackie or Doomsday, do you find any questions in the Town Hall questions channel? If not, I think then it will be time to wrap this up.
So it looks like it would be cool if Warren can create something like Cloudflare tunneling, where you can have a web server on any network and behind CG and AT, which doubles. So that is a question, but that's more of a technical question, guys. That's not me. That's not my question.
I need to hop over to read this question myself. Okay.
We are.
Yeah, it was a question from Saint Olaf, and the question it was more like a statement. It would be cool if Boring can create something like a Cloudflare tunneling, where it can have a web server or anything, and behind CGNet. So when it comes to this, to get everybody on the same page, what is CGNet? Basically, when you have your ISP at home, you have different types of connection to the global network, the World Wide Web, and the funny part is that the global market is running out of IPv4 addresses. What do I mean by this? Maybe you have heard something about static IP addresses. I don't want to dig too deep into detail, but what I can say about CGNet is that your ISP has one IP address, and you are sharing this IP address with multiple other households or apartments. So it is an issue to address a certain node or a certain client when it comes to technical stuff. And that's definitely something that we are developing, so that we can provide also service to people that are addressing CGNet problems. So I think this kind of answers your question or your statement or your whatever I shall call this. But I totally get what you're talking about. So I hope this answered this a little bit, that we are trying to develop this, and we're currently doing so.
Thank you.
Okay, besides this, Doomsday and Jackie, do you want to add anything else? Otherwise, I'd love to wrap things up.
No, let's wrap it up. See everybody at 3 on Monday.
All right. Jackie, do you want to give us just like a quick walk through what we have discussed today?
Oh, yeah. So, overview of what we have talked about. Give me just a second. I don't have my list up. So, we talked about the new motherboard, the new rugged, durable features, and that being put on the website soon, available to order immediately. So it's shipped out when you order it. No pre-sales. Earth went over the node count being hooked up on the website, so we are seeing actual numbers. And then also he walked through a few of the development updates, and towards the middle of the month we should be hitting our main monthly update, and that is usually where all of the technical information for the updates come from. We also spoke about having, like I said, the motherboards in stock, ready to order, so that way they're easier for you to tell your friends, hey, you just go order one here, and they're available to order and shipped out. We also announced our daily spaces with me in Doomsday. We introduced the topics that we're going to be going into, having to do with privacy, government issues, things that we can really involve the community with. And so that's going to be really fun. We hope that everybody can make it and, come up as speaker and get to know us a little bit. And then also we're driving the affiliate program, adding a new channel, creating graphics to make it easier, onboarding questions, rewards questions, tokenomics questions, creating those graphics right now. We're going to drop a Medium article in the next week just to outline the promotions that are going behind that. But yeah, I think it's been a pretty good town hall. We cover a lot. We do a lot of work during the week, and we want to keep you guys up to date. So we're always here. You can always reach out to us.
Thanks, great, Jackie. Thank you very much for this. So I will wrap this up. Thank you guys for everybody being here, and we totally appreciate it to have you guys here, and we totally appreciate every single question that we get here, because it's all for you. It's all evolving around you. That's what we want to try to create with you guys here. So thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for listening, and let's see you next week on Friday. Bye bye.
Cool. Sounds good. Bye, everybody.